Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any doubts? Any challenges? Anyone tried configuring AD, guys? Active Directory?
Yeah, sir.
Is it successful?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
successful, sir. But we need to do a lot of changes. I mean, not a lot of sir. Two changes we have to do.
Okay, for Azure VMs, right?
No, sir. In Oracle only, sir.
Oracle VMs. Yesterday you
Yes,
tried on
sir.
Azure VMs, I guess.
No, sir.
Okay, okay.
It will expire on the 8th, sir. So that's why.
Okay, okay. The Azure account is already expired. Okay, done.
Yes, sir. The thing is, actually, it has been stopped up to the action. Same error I got, but after 2 minutes it has installed, sir. But the thing is, in IPv6 we need to disable that, sir. In IPv6, I don't know. In
Windows
my case,
firewall?
it has Windows. Sir, in settings.
Okay.
But anyhow,
if it is Oracle VMs, we don't do anything like that IPv6. Where did you change the IPv6 settings?
in the Ethernet, I hope, sir.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
exactly. You have to disable that one, and we need to IPv4. We have to validate that last.
Okay. I never changed these kind of settings and all till now. So, like, what is the problem? Why you have changed these settings?
The domain error is there. Where I'm getting that like a domain is not connected, like sir.
Okay. Usually, in case if you are facing any issues, we have to change the network settings. Okay. So in the network adapters, we have to change it here. In the name, we'll have 2-3 names. Okay. If it is not going to work with the dual band wireless, just change it to Realtek PCI family controller. Okay. So it is going to work in case if everything is correct, but still your systems or servers are not added into the domain, then you have to change here from Intel dual wireless broadband to GB family controller. You have to change only these settings. That setting you have to do it on all the 3 machines. Okay, that's the same setting. You have to change this name in all the 3 settings. So in this way you can fix that issue. But I'm not sure how you just changed that IPv6 or disabled IPv4.
Not disabled, sir. IPv4 enabled with IP4, and then need to do validate in that properties. The last step, last in IPv4. We have that one option. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Literally, it has taken 2 days. That 2 days. Yeah.
Let me give you a share access. Now you are and you have access to your laptop, right? You can share that settings. Can you share your screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Let me share. In the meanwhile, I'm going to start the machines. You can share it. Okay, let me stop my sharing. Yes, yes, please.
So can we record the password, sir?
You can recover, but you should have Windows operating system and all, but it's very difficult. I never recovered that password.
Bad luck, sir. I created everything and logged myself. I don't know.
Very good. That's why initially from the day one itself, please be careful with the passwords.
Sir.
You will get some videos, okay? Just to try with the videos in the YouTube and
Yes.
hopefully it will work. I never tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll share.
Okay. And how did you came to know about this setting? Google?
No, sir. With the help of.
Okay, your husband, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good, good.
Sir, here, sir, I did. Here,
Okay.
I unchecked here IP Internet Protocol
Okay.
6, and then here in properties,
Okay.
here I validate settings upon exit. Here I checked this
Oh,
thing,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay. These two settings you did.
These two
Okay.
settings I did, sir.
Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Pravina?
For Note 2, also
Okay.
same.
For Note also same. For
Sir,
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
yes.
For AD?
For AD I didn't did, sir.
Okay. Oh, for Node 1 and Node 2, you just did
Yeah,
these two
yeah.
settings. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Pravina, just remember these two settings and note down somewhere. Yesterday you faced issue, right? What happened yesterday? Is it fixed?
No, sir.
Okay. Just try these two settings. Okay. We'll see whether it is going to work or not.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sir.
Shanmugh sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, as you said, we need to change the network, right? But in the network only one
Sometimes
of them
only
showing, sir.
one name it will show. Yes,
Uh,
correct. Okay. For older versions, it will show two names and all. So it depends upon the laptop you are using, depends upon the version of VirtualBox you are using. It will show you multiple names. Sometimes it will show you one name. Okay. If you did everything correct, but still if you are unable to add your servers into the domain, try these two settings. Just now Madhavi discussed it, right? So you have to go to ncpa.cpl and properties of IPv4 Ethernet properties, sorry, Ethernet properties. There you have to uncheck IPv6 and go to IPv4 properties, and there you have to select the last option. Okay, you have
Last
to validate.
validate.
Yeah, you have to select that validate option. These two settings, just do these two settings on both the machines, node 1 and node 2. Don't change anything on Active Directory, guys. Okay, in case if you are facing any issues, still it is like unable to add, first try to change the network settings that we have already discussed. We have to change the name of the network adapter. If not works, if you have only one network adapter, then try to change these two settings, guys. Okay, try it and let me know in case if you are facing any issues. Anyone tried the same in the Azure VMs, guys? Anyone tried creating Active Directory in the Azure VMs? Yeah, thank you, Madhavi.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anyone tried the settings on Azure VMs? Anyone tried configuring Active Directory on Azure, guys?
I tried, sir, but
Okay.
it's not worked. Then I started to
Okay.
creating VM with
Okay.
another laptop
Okay.
with 16 GB RAM.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
going good, sir.
is it successful on that 16 GB RAM?
Yeah, I didn't try go that much, sir. I only today I
Oh.
got only that laptop, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So still you have to configure. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No issues. Yeah.
Today night I will do.
Yeah, just go step by step, guys. It will work. No issues at all. Perfectly, it will work. Just go step by step. Okay. In case if you miss any step or if you are doing in a wrong way or like misplacing the steps and all, definitely will get the error. And again, while adding into the domain, just try with google.com first. If it is not working, use NetBIOS name, Google. Okay, NetBIOS name means you have to remove the .com and you have to just give only the name, right? NetBIOS, Microsoft.com is the domain name. Microsoft is the NetBIOS name. Accenture.com is the domain name. Accenture is the NetBIOS name. In case while adding the machine into the domain, you have to give google.com domain name, right? So if it is not working with google.com, just give Google or Microsoft or Accenture or Infosys or TCS, whatever your domain is, just give that name only. Don't add a .com. Okay, then try it. Right. Okay, so yesterday, day before yesterday on Saturday, I just installed SQL Server, right? So nothing I did due to the machines are very slow. Okay, very good, Ramapriya. Good. Okay, due to the machines are too slow, so that's why it took time. Okay, so last time it took time to install the SQL Server. No issues with the SQL Server installation. Anyone ready with SQL Server installation, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very good. You have installed SSMS also?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Okay, good, Subhani.
Yeah.
So whenever you log into the machine, just first log into the AD, guys. Just one time registration. Okay, just kind of one time registration. Your AD will be active. Okay, just logged into AD. That's it. Don't do anything in the AD. Just once logged into AD. Once your 3 machines are started, just logged into AD once. Your AD will be active, guys. Okay, and then you can proceed with your regular VMs and all. Node 1, Node 2. Done 3 steps in my virtual boxer. Okay, Lata. Yeah. And try to stop the machines, guys. Once your work is completed, shut down the machines. Don't save it. It will corrupt your machine. Okay, image and all. Once your work is completed, stop it. You know, right? How to stop, how to shut down the server. Okay. So let's log into my node 1 using this credentials, Pravina. Okay. So I logged into this node 1 with one username that we have already created. Now I'm going to install SSMS in my node 1, guys. Okay, I don't install SSMS in my node 2. From my node 1 SSMS itself, I'll connect node 2 instance also. Okay, so if you want, you can install it, guys. No issues. So if you want, you can install SSMS on node 1 and node 2 as well. But now I'll install SSMS only on node 1. I can use the same SSMS to connect my node 1 instance and node 2 instance. Why? Because both instances are in same network, same domain. So I can happily connect. I have to enable some network communications between these two instances. Once that is done, I can happily connect my node 2 SQL Server in the node 1 SSMS. Vice versa, you can install SSMS in the node 2. You can connect node 1 instance in the node 2 SSMS. Okay. Node 1 instance in the node 2 SSMS. Of course, node 2 instance in the node 2 SSMS, guys. Okay. So let's try to install SSMS first. Then once it was done, we'll go for the log shipping demo. Today we'll discuss log shipping, guys. Okay. So let's go to this and let's log into the node 2 once. And again, one by one, just you have to turn on the machines one by one. Don't start all the machines at a time. Okay, so your laptop will be hanged. Sudden pressure will be there. Memory pressure and all will be there on your laptop, and CPU pressure will be there. So don't turn on all the VMs at a time. Just turn on your VM first. Okay. Then once one VM is completely online, then try to turn on the second VM, like the third VM. Okay, take some time, guys, between turning on the machine. Take 1 minute time. Okay, 1 minute interval, so that the pressure will be minimized and your performance will be good. Right. So let's check whether SSMS ISO image is attached or not first. I'll initiate the installation of SSMS, so it will keep installing in the backend. Then we'll proceed with the log shipping discussion and all. If anyone not configured AD, please configure it, guys. Once you did it, that's it. You can keep on practicing the concepts, regular concepts and all. Okay. Don't install anything in the AD, guys. That's it. AD setup is done. Okay. Until clustering, now no need to touch AD. In the clustering, while creating a shared drives, I'll again touch AD. Until then, don't touch AD. Okay. Whatever we are doing, we have to do it on node 1 and node 2 only, guys. My machines are too slow. Okay. So this is SQL Server setup, right? So let's change it to SSMS, ISO image settings, storage, SQL Server, and I'm changing it to SSMS ISO image. I just shared this SSMS ISO image link with you guys. Please download it, okay? And you can attach like this. Now let's go to the machine. Let's refresh this one. Okay, you can see SSMS. Right click in the organization. Of course, you have to copy from shared drive, guys. Shared path will be there for DBS. From shared path, you have to copy the softwares and all. We don't have control to the Oracle VirtualBox Manager and all. We cannot attach this like this in the organization. Okay, this will be controlled by the VM team or Windows team. We don't control this Oracle VM manager and all to attach. So simply we will have a shared location. From that shared location, you have to copy all the softwares, guys. Okay, softwares or scripts, whatever it might be. Right, let me initiate the SQL Server installation, SSMS installation, guys. And you know how to install SSMS, so just click on install button. That's it, it is going to install automatically, no need to choose any options. Sometimes before installing SSMS, it will ask for reboot, guys. Reboot the machine and install the SSMS. Okay. Okay, so from today onwards, we are going to discuss these things, guys. First, we'll start with the log shipping. Then once log shipping is done, we'll go with the mirroring, then replication, then Windows clustering, then SQL clustering, then finally always on. Okay, so let's discuss one by one, guys. It's very easy. These are advanced concepts, but very easy, guys. Try to learn these concepts with the diagrams, guys. So it will be very easy. I'll try to simplify the things in case if you are facing any issues, any doubts. Okay, and try to do the practice on the same day or next day if possible. Okay, and don't skip the practice, guys. If you skip the practice again, it will be very difficult. Okay, so let's try to discuss in case if you are facing any issues and all while configuring. Okay, you can easily fix it. I'll try to simplify these things and all with the diagrams, guys. But in case if you are facing any issues, if you don't understand the concept, please let me know. Okay, right. So log shipping, mirroring, replication, Windows clustering, always on, these things and all comes under HA and DR concepts, guys. High availability and disaster recovery, right? HA and DR, high availability and disaster recovery. So you know, right? So we have already discussed with the two SIMs, why we are using two SIMs, guys. In case if you are not getting signal for one SIM, you can use the standby SIM so that you can receive the calls, you can make the calls and all, right? So standby is very important, guys. For any application, the standby is very important. Usually in the organization, we'll have maintenance tasks and all. We cannot skip those maintenance tasks like patching the SQL servers and all. Or suddenly what will happen, we don't know, we cannot expect in the next minute what will happen and all, right? So in such situation, if your machine is down, it might take 2 minutes to come back. It might take 20 minutes to come back. It might take 2 hours to come back. It might take 2 days to come back. Okay, so during this time, this downtime, if your application is not supported or if your application is not up and running, there will be a huge business loss will be there. Okay, so that's why to avoid these kind of things, okay, to avoid these kind of things, we will always maintain a standby server to our database servers, guys. We will always maintain a standby server to our main primary servers. Okay, the standby server or secondary server will act as a standby in case if something goes wrong, in case if there is an issue with your primary server, in case your primary server is crashed, then the secondary server will save you, guys. Okay, it's a kind of a standby. All HNDR concepts are same. You will have standby servers and your data will be synchronized to the standby servers, right? So if I want to act as a standby, what is the main prerequisite, guys? Two servers we have. Okay, one server is primary and second server is secondary, guys. So currently the application is connected to the primary server. So primary is suddenly primary is down. Of course, we have to redirect to the secondary server only. But if you want to redirect to the secondary server, if you want to redirect your application to the secondary server, what is the main prerequisite, guys?
Same domain.
Same domain. Okay, fine. Next.
Same databases.
Same database. Excellent. Same databases we should have. Next. What
Same
you can
motion,
do?
sir.
Same
Same
Sir,
motion, sir.
same both server on the synchronization to each other.
Very good.
Same IP.
Same IP
Yes,
address. We don't need same IP address, sir. Node 1 will have primary server will have a different IP address, secondary server will have different IP address. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, you can have multiple IP addresses. Of course, you should have multiple IP addresses also. See, now I am getting this. Yes, sir. No, it's too worst. The machines are ready by 7 o'clock itself. Something happened at 7 o'clock with in my laptop, and I just restarted it. So all the machines are very slow down. Now I have to restart my laptop again, guys. Okay. Yes. So same authentication. That's okay, guys. Main thing, guys. So if I want to act as a secondary
Server
replica,
should be up and running, sir.
that's okay. That's okay. Server will be up and running. And any other things? Very important thing, guys. Next, same data, guys. Same data. You should have same data. Without data, how can you redirect the application to the another database server? Right? Correct. So the data should be same on your primary server and secondary server. Someone said databases. That's okay. That's agreed. But databases you should have. But of course, in the databases, if you don't have data, that's useless, right? So the data should be same between your primary server and secondary server. So how you are going to move the data in that case? The data you have to move very regularly, right? Very regularly you have to move the data. You have to copy the data from primary server to secondary server. Who will do these things, guys? Who will copy the data? Sanjeev said
Jobs.
synchronization. Synchronization means what? What is meant by synchronization? Okay.
Going the
So
database.
yes, your primary and secondary servers should be in sync, guys. Your primary server and secondary server should be in sync. Sync with what? Sync with the data. Whatever data is there on your primary server, same data should be there in your secondary server also. If something happened to my primary server, then only the secondary is eligible to act as a primary server. If the data is not same, okay, in your primary and secondary servers, if the data is not same, how the secondary server will be eligible as a primary server, guys? You cannot make secondary as a primary in case if your primary went down. So the data should be same. But as we discussed in the last class, we cannot move the data to two different database servers at a time. Agree? Your application can only connect to one database server at a time. It cannot pump the data to different database servers. So what we have to do? We have to move the data from your primary server to secondary server. Agree? You have to move the data from your primary server to secondary server. How you are moving the data, that decides your HA and DR technology. In the log shipping, we'll move the data in a different way. In mirroring, we'll move the data in a different way. In replication, we'll move the data in a different way. In clustering, are we going to move the data, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Data
Clustering,
not
there is no
movement.
No
concept
data,
of
sir.
data
Whole-
movement. In the clustering, there is no concept of data movement. In the clustering,
Whole
the
resources.
resource movement will be
Whole
there.
server. Yes, sir.
Resource movement, resources, servers, you can call it as a resources. Your whole SQL server will be up and running from secondary node or secondary server, secondary Windows server. In the always on, the data will be synchronized in a different way. So these 5 technologies depends upon these 5 technologies. If you choose log shipping, you have to synchronize the data in a different way by using your backup jobs, copy jobs, restore jobs, and a backup and restore concept. If you use mirroring, there is a separate communication channel between the servers. Direct communication will be there. So data will be sent through this direct communication. In the replication, agents will be there. Agents will help you to transfer the data between the primary and secondary or principal server and subscriber server, guys. Depends upon the technology you're using. The terminology is also going to be different, guys. In the log shipping, we'll call the servers as primary server and secondary server. In the mirroring, we'll call the servers as principal server and mirror server. In the replication, we'll call the servers as publisher and subscriber. In the clustering, we'll call the servers as primary node and secondary nodes. In the always on, we'll call the servers as primary replica and secondary replicas, guys. Okay, so all these technologies, whatever we are going to learn, All these technologies will tell you how you are going to move the data from your primary server to secondary server, guys. Is it clear? So suddenly if primary went down, as you're regularly moving the data, so the data will be same between your primary server and secondary server. So something happened to your primary server, immediately secondary server will take care of it, guys. Why? Because same data is there. There is no difference between your primary and secondary now. If something happened to the primary server, secondary will take care of it immediately. Okay, guys. So this is all about your H and DR technologies, guys. Log shipping is very old technology, very cheap technology. So nowadays people are not using the log shipping. Okay, but some of the companies are still using the log shipping, guys. It's always good to learn log shipping. So sometimes you will get the questions from log shipping also if they are using log shipping in their environment. So you can expect the questions from log shipping and all. Okay, so chalo, let's discuss how log shipping will work. Okay, so let's try to okay. So just take one machine. This is one machine, guys, one Windows server. Of course, this is primary server and this is secondary server. Okay, this is primary and this is secondary. Then and then machine names are, this is node 1. Okay, let's go with node 1 and the IP address is 10.10.10.1. Okay, let's call this as a primary server, guys. Node means we'll call it as a nodes in the clustering. Okay, primary server. Okay, and let's go with secondary server. This is my secondary server. 10.10.10.2. Okay, so listen carefully, guys. Very easy. Okay, so simply you're going to move the data using backup and restore concept, guys. So you know how to take a backup, you know how to do the restore. That's it. We'll automate these things using jobs. So you know how to create a job. That's it, guys. Combination of backup, restore and jobs concept. Your log shipping is combination of backup, restores and jobs concept, guys. Let's go with one SQL server. This is my SQL server. Okay, and done. Okay, so let's go with one database, guys. Of course, the same database should be there in the secondary also. Okay, done. Right, fine. So okay, guys, so log shipping is nothing but collection of backup jobs. Okay, collection of backup jobs, copy jobs and restore jobs, guys. Okay, log shipping is nothing but collection of, you will have 3 jobs, guys: backup job, okay, copy job and restore job. Remember these things. Okay, in the interview they will ask you how many jobs will be there in the log shipping. 3 jobs will be there, guys. 3 main jobs will be there. One is backup job. It will take the backup of your primary database and it will restore into the it will copy, guys. See, while restoring also we did these 3 things. If you remember, while restoring a database in the migration concept, we just first took the backup of the database, right? Once we took the backup of the database, we just copied those backup files from your primary server to secondary server. Copying is also we did it. And once you just copied the backup files from your primary to secondary, So you have to restore those backup files, guys. Okay, this will work on which backups, guys? Full differential log backup. Which backups I have to use? Tell me, guys, which backups I have to use to do the log?
Transaction log,
Log backups.
transaction log backup.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Full
Please
backup.
First time.
yeah, please reconnect, guys. We'll discuss. Please reconnect. It is showing 1 minute.